Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friends. We are continuing the previous shir on Acharei Rabbim Lihatos, and we learned in the previous shir that according to the maskan of the Gemara, once you know that even in Ruba de Lesa come on, where the rove is not in front of us, it's just a statistical rove. Even there, you know you follow the rove. And we see in the Gemara that Ruba de Isa come on is stronger. Then what do you need the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos for? So the answer is that you need the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos to tell you that when it comes to the Beis Din, the miyut is command lesa. The miyut is completely cancelled out. And they have to agree, the miyut has to agree to das harov. That if you don't go after the rov, if you're choishish for the miyut, then you need the pasuk Acharei Rabbim Lihatos to tell you b'chlal the halacha that you have to go after the rov. But once it's pashut that you have to go after the rov, then the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos is going a step further, and it's telling you that the miyut is batal. If you understand on your own, like we had the Ruba de Lesa come on to Halach Moshe Misina, and suddenly Ruba Disa come on, you're going to go after the rov because it's a Kal V'chomer, because Ruba Disa come on, we said it's stronger than the Ruba de Lesa come on, a rov that's in front of us, stronger than the rov that's not in front of us. So what do you need the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos for? To tell you that the rov is that the miyut is batal. But if you hold that it's not pashut that you go after the rov, then what do you need the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos for? To tell you b'chlal that you go after the rov. So we said that according to Maskonos HaGemara, that's the way we're learning. That if it's pashut that you have to go after the rov, because Allah Moshe Messina, Ruba de Lesa come on, so certainly Ruba Dis come on, so what's the pasuk for? They tell you that the miyut is commanded the lesa. The miyut has to nullify themselves, they have to agree with the rov. But if you would hold that it's not pashut that you go after the rov, that there is a chash for the miyut, then what would you have to say? You would have to say that the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos is telling you b'chal you have to go after the rov. Not that going after the rov is pashut, and Acharei Rabbim Lihatos tells you that the miyut is batal to the rov, but Acharei Rabbim Lihatos tell you that you have to go after the rov at all. So if that's the case, according to that opinion, even after the rov paskins in the Sanhedrin and the Beis Din, the miyut doesn't have to agree with them. They don't have to be moedi l'das harov. So, according to this, we understand that Svaras HaTosfos that we mentioned in Bava Kama Chov Zayin, that b'dayan and choshev ha-miyut command the lesa, is because the miyut has to be mishapech l'das harov. And that's talui in the svara of whether or not you're choshish for the miyut. If you're not choshish for the miyut, and you go after the rov, beruba de lesa come on, because it's pashut that there's no miyut, you don't have to worry about the miyut. So we have an extra pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos. Once you have that it's pashut that in Ruba de Lesa come on, you go after the rov, then Ruba Dis come on certainly. Then Acharei Rabbim Lihatos is superfluous. So what do you learn from Acharei Rabbim Lihatos? You learn that the miyut is batal. That the miyut has to be muchach lahodos l'rov. Ma'ashen kain, if we say that you're choishish for the miyut, and ein hochan acharov Ruba de Lesa come on, that if you have a Ruba de Lesa come on, then according to the opinion that you're still choshish for the miyut, you're right. Miyikaradin, you should follow the rov, but you're still choshish. You have to be machmer. It's machok, it's derabban, it's deraisa. But either way, you have to worry about the miyut if you say that you're still choshesh for the miyut in Ruba de Lesa Kaman. So what's the pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos coming to tell us? The pasuk of Acharei Rabbim Lihatos is coming to tell us that if it's a Ruba de Isa Kaman, you follow the rov. But not that the miyut has to be mevatel its das to the das harov. Just b'chlal halacha that in Ruba de Isa Kaman you follow the rov. Because Ruba de Lesa Kaman you don't. You're choshish for the miyut. So it must be that in Ruba de Isa Kaman we need the pasuk to tell you follow the rov. Mashen can't according to the other opinion that you already know Ruba de Lesa Kaman you don't follow the rov. Ruba de Isa Kaman, what do you need the Acharei Rabbim Lihatos to teach you? It must be that the rov is that the miyut is batel legamrei. They have to agree to the rov. So now, if this is correct, then how beautiful it is to explain the lashon of the Gemara in Kedushin and Daf Nun Beis. Tana Rabban lach v'diras shab meir amalem Rabbi Yeshua tamida by kansu tamida Rabbi Meir lekan. V'bnei shekan shranim eima v'lo lilmod Torah ein ba'im elek apcheni ba'alochas ein ba'im. After the ptira of Rabbi Meir, Rabbi Yeshua says Talmidim that Talmidim Rabbi Meir can't come in. They like to start up. They just like to make fights. They like to make a tumult. They're not coming to learn. And we find Nachama in the Gemara, Nazir, Af Memtes Amud Beis. Rabbi Yehuda spoke very strongly, sharply about Talmidei Reb Meir. He said they're Mekantrim, Ubayim lekapchoi b'halachas. So Rashi says in Kedushin that lekapcheni b'halachas Hainu la'adi Hashem charifim. Vein oimed lenegdam. They're very charif. They're very charif. Vein oimed lenegdam. You can't stand against them. They're very sharp. So we have to understand. B'chichas shalom yala al adas the Talmidei Rabbi Meir are going to be mekanterim. And b'chavana, on purpose, they're going to be mitzar Rabbi Yoshua, or Rabbi Yehuda. So based on what we said, it's beautiful. Nechmad v'gam noim. What he meant was, look at the difference between the Talmidim Rabbi Meir and other Chachamim. That other Chachamim, sometimes they disagree, but when they saw that their friends were the Rov, they're mevadlim das mibnei das harov, because that's where they learn Acharei Rabbim Lihatos. But Talmidei Rabbi Meir is a different fort. Talmidei Rabbi Meir, they're going like their Rebbe. And what does their Rebbe hold? He's choshish for the miyut. Chulin alaf days yivamas kufyates. So for them, what does Acharei Rabbim Lihatos mean? That's just that you have to be machriya kamo harov. Rabbi Meir also holds about Acharei Rabbim Lihatos, but according to Rabbi Meir, Acharei Rabbim Lihatos means that you follow the rov. It doesn't mean that the miyut is batel. It just means that you follow the rov. And that's Talmidei Rabbi Meir as well. So that's what Rashi says. They're omed al ein omed lenegdam. They hold stark to their opinion because they say, "You're right. You disagree with me. You're right, you have a rov, but we still maintain that our opinion is correct. We're going to follow the rov l'maisa. But we're not going to be mevadel our das." So they said, don't even let him in the Beis Medrash. You're never going to win with them. Let him in. At least it's good to hear the das hamiyut also. Expands horizons. It's dafka Rabbi Meir. Rabbi Meir's Talmidim, Rabbi Meir was choshish l'miyut. So Rabbi Meir's Talmidim, they didn't let up. They were not mevadel datam. Because again, if you're choshish for the miyut, for you, then the halach of the pasuk Acharei Rabbim Lihatos means that you have to follow the rov. And if you're not choshish for the miyut, because you know rov, you already know Ruba de Lesa, come on, you already accept that as an axiom, that it's axiomatic that you follow the rov. So what taka does Acharei Rabbim Lihatos teach you? The miyut has to be mevatel datam. That's only if you're not choshish for the miyut. If you are choshish for the miyut, then what do you say? then Acharei Lihatos teaches you that you just follow the rov. Now that you have to mevatel dato. And since Rabbi Meir was choshish for the miyut, for him, he didn't automatically hold that you follow the rov. Remember the last come on, he doesn't hold you follow the rov. Give him kufya test. So Memela, according to Rabbi Meir and his Talmidim, Acharei Lihatos is his teaching of you follow the rov and Rubadis come on. But now that you have to mevatel dato. Mevatel dato is only if you already know that you follow the rov, and then Acharei Lihatos is coming to teach you. You're even mevatel das. V'inyan yokor v'lo shechamim rapeh. And if this is true, then we can say that Rabbi Yoshua who said, "Hey achachai, yochol lahakrish esachai." Like we saw in the Gemara in Brachos, we started with Navchav Zayin. That it says there that an argument Rabbi Yoshua says Ma'arav is rishus, and Gamliel says a chova, and then Rabbi Yoshua denied it. And then Talmud said, "No, you said it was rishus," and he said, "How can I contradict you? You're alive." Which we saw means chazer midaito. He changed his mind. Why? Because he saw that the rov was like Rabbi Gamliel. And therefore he's medab ma'atel daitum b'nei das hamarubim. Because Rabbi Yoshua is of the opinion that ain't choshin l'miut. B'choros dav chaf. And according to Tosas there, even l'miutim chazag is not choshesh. So if he's not choshesh for the miut, if he holds that a rov is a davar pashut, so what's Acharei Lihatos coming to teach you? Not legufe, it's coming to teach you that the miyud has to be moded to the rov. So that's beautiful in brachas. Why Rabbi Yeshua was moded? Because he holds, once you hold that once I see the rov is nisht vi mir, not like my opinion, ani olechim harov. I have to be mevatel dati. And therefore he's not Acharei Rabbi Gamliel. Beautiful. In the Sefer Malo Haruim, in the entry, Sveka Doiraisa, and Ot Chafei, he noted that Lishitas Harambam that calls Svekas Menatora are mutter, and it's only the rabbis who are machmir. According to the rabbis, Sveka Doiraisa L'Kula, and the Rabbanim were machmir. So the whole thing that the Torah is Megala, that we go after the rov, seems to be superfluous. Anyway, all tzvegas are mutter min Torah. Why do you need this din of azlina basaruba? Anyway, call us tzvegas mutar min Torah. Why? Because tzvega d'oraisa l'kula. So what do you need this inyan of going after the rov? And because of this, he said that the Torah's megale that we go after the rov is even if you could be mevarer, whether or not what the emes is. So if it was Tamas Safek, we wouldn't be Mekel. But if it's a rov, we're Mekel. I ain't Sham in the Mlo Haruim. That the din of rov is telling you that if you have a Safek, then you're Mekel. In a case of, and if you have a rov, you're Mekel. But if you have a Safek, if you can be Mavar, you're not Mekel. But a rov, even if you be Mavar, you're Mekel. Now, if we say that rov is Vadai and it's not Safek, like we discussed earlier, so we understand. Rov is Vadai. Rov is a din Vadai. It's a Vadai Gomor. It's not Megeder Safek. And according to this, we have a raya that the one who holds Kedas HaRambam, that all Sfekas are Mutter Min HaTorah, will hold the rov is a Vadai and not a Safek, because rov was a Safek. What do we need a rov for? Anyway, we're Matir out Safek. So it must be that he holds that rov is Vadai, and Lehefech, the one who holds that rov is just a Safek and not a Vadai, he doesn't hold like the Rambam. He holds all Sfekas are Mutter are Asur Min HaTorah. Because if he held Sfekas were Mutter Min HaTorah, the rov would be superfluous. What does a rov help us? That's this whole thing of going after the rov. Anyway, you're Mekel. Anyway, you go the Kula. So if you hold that Sfekas are Asur Min HaTorah, So what's Rov to teach you? Rov just tells you that you follow the Rov. Not midin vadai, midin safek. It's a safek, it's not a vadai. You follow the Rov, but Torah safek. So again, you have to go up one step. According to the Rambam, that anyway in Sfekis your Mekel. So then if you have a Rov, you go up one Madrega and you say that it's midin vadai. And even if you could be Mavar, don't worry about it. Midin vadai. Aval im nitfos. She'ro she'b'safek olchim l'chumra. So then what does Rov help us? B'chlal Rov helps us to go to Kula. And not to make it b'toras vadai. Now, we can connect this to what we said in the previous year with respect to the question of whether the miut has to be mishapech and to be model adas harov. Does the miut have to agree to the rov mivatel datam? And what did we say? We said possibly that it's talui. If Rov is b'toras vadai, then we said that the miut has to be mevatel datam. How can you not go with the Rov? If Rov is b'toras vadai, the miut has to go with the Rov and be mevatel their das. But if the miut has been b'toras safek, but if Rov is b'toras safek, then the miut doesn't have to be mevatel their das to the das harov. Rov is b'toras safek. So you follow the Rov, you're machriya like the Rov, but we're still not sure. So the miut doesn't have to be mevatel datam. So then we would have to put everything together and say that since we said it's according to the Mandi Omar, Sfeika doiraisa l'kula, the Rambam, Rov is b'toras vadai, because anyway you're going l'kula. So what does Rov do? Rov is mishadreg. Rov lifts you a level and makes it that even that if you have a Rov, not only you go l'kula, but you go l'kula b'toras vadai. So according to the Rambam, according to that Mahalach, the miut has to be mevatel datam l'das harov, because Rov is b'toras vadai. And the other way, if you hold that the miut is not mevatel datam l'das harov, that would stem with the opinion that Rov is only b'toras safek, and Rov is only b'toras safek. That's like the Rashba and the other Rishon and the Ran and others. That Sfeika d'Oraisa min HaTorah is l'chumra, and therefore Rov is just telling you that you could be mekil, but not b'toras vadai. And if it's not b'toras vadai, that means that the miut doesn't have to be, according to the opinion of Sfeika d'Oraisa l'chumra, does not have to be mevatel their das to the das of the Rov. And that's beautiful. Siyata d'shmai, there should be an ilu neshama for the Heilige Reisha Rav, Rabbi Aaron Levin, Zechet Tzadik, the Kadosh Lefracha, and also a schus for Yidid Nafshi, Libola ben Chaim L'chaim, Rav Gil Amir ben Penina, should have bracha v'atzal v'chol ma'aseh Yodov, and we have a lot more to say, obviously, but this year we will conclude now and give ourselves a bracha. We should be zoicha lilmod u'lelamed, lishmor v'lasos, u'lekayim is called divrei salmud torasa b'ahava. Amen v'amen. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved friends.